All right, I think it is time to go. Hello, everyone. As a reminder, the Rabbit Hole Net takes place every other Sunday, with early check-ins being at 7 p.m. and the net beginning at 7:30. On the Rabbit Hole Net, we discuss all things prepping. We're operating from Studio D on the North Georgia GMRS network, and you can participate from any North Georgia linked repeater and Zello. Our repeaters are as follows.
Oh, let's see here. Where's that list? It is Flagship, Lula, Jersey, Columbus, Buckhead, McDonough, Watkinsville, Toccoa, Rome, Peachtree, Noonan, Fort Mountain, Dallas, Zebulon, Ocala. Let me scroll. Mount Roosevelt, Cades Cove, White Oak, Lookout Mountain, Ottawa, Chat 700, and Georgetown, and of course our VoIP Zello link.
All right, let me break for just a second. I've got to fix Dave's camera. Your camera is frozen.
It's not active right here.
Oh, well,
You have to turn the camera on.
it is on.
Nope.
Okay, let's see here. Hold on. How do we refresh it? I don't know.
All right, that's fine. We can adjust it here in a moment.
I'm going to remove it and re-add it.
Make sure it didn't come unplugged.
And which one is yours? The Logitech.
Yep. All right.
There you are. All right. Okay, we fixed it. Okay, where am I? The North Georgia GMRS network covers roughly 41,000 square miles and growing. It's because of all the members that makes it the largest linked repeater system in the United States, and we thank all of you for that. We like to be nice here on the Rabbit Hole Net, so no cursing or politics. This is a family-oriented network, and we encourage you to get your family involved. On the following week, after each Rabbit Hole Net, a short video or a message will be posted to the North Georgia GMRS Facebook page to let you know what the next topic will be. If you have any questions or suggestions, please email us to rabbithole@nggmrs.org. Now, before we begin check-ins, Seth would like to say a few words. Seth, the floor is yours.
I appreciate you on that. I just had a small announcement to make, especially for tomorrow coming up. For the brave men and women that protected our freedom and did not return to be with us, my heart goes out to you and your family and friends. Tomorrow is their day, our Memorial Day. A 15-second moment of silence, please. Thank you all.
Nope. Wasn't keyed up. Here.
It's okay.
Thank you for that.
All right, so we will begin taking check-ins at this time. Please do so with your FCC call sign, your tactical unit number, your name, and general location. Again, if you're tuning in and you don't have a membership TAC number, feel free to participate just using your FCC call sign. Net control standing by.
Helps if I take my foot off the pedal.
WSGN 280, CW57, Operator Bruce, Stevens, Georgia, in and out.
Oh, did I mess that up?
Nope.
Okay.
As we were walking out, he got on the radio and I just...
KSTU 897, Atlanta 148, Chris incoming. I'm actually on duty. I'll be in and out, but monitoring.
On duty, okay.
This is WSCB 913, Mandy out of Gainesville, monitoring as a guest, in and out.
Did you catch that number?
WSC CV951.
Catch that. Go, but ask her again.
Med Control. This is China Newman 97, WRU.
I got it.
79, checking in and out.
Go ahead and hit it.
Yes, you need to ask her.
I'm working on. Okay, that guest check-in, WSCV951. Can you come back with your name, please?
That was WSCV 913, and the name is Mandy out of Gainesville.
3.
Okay, I'll make that correction now. Thank you, Mandy. It's good to have you with us. And the control standing by.
Well, hang on. I'm gonna go ahead and read off who we have.
Okay.
Stand by. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh,
This
after this one.
Every time.
is WSGI 91, Atlanta 79, Scott and Covington, checking in, checking out.
All right, here we go. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and hit the pedal and read off who we have because there was a double in there, but I recognize the voices and I got you both in there. But when we were walking away for our break, I heard Case Code 29 Carl in Knoxville. Just went ahead and put you in the log, Carl, if you have a comment later on. Not sure if you was just commenting or trying to get into the log. Anyway, we got you there. CW57 Richard, Operator Bruce in Stevens, Georgia is in and out. Atlanta 148 Chris incoming on duty. Thank you for your service, sir. Be safe out there. Is in and out. Then we have the guest WSCV 913. Mandy is a guest in Gainesville. Glad to have you with us. Then we have Gainesville. You know what? I messed that up.
Did you? Ah.
Gainesville 76 John in Gainesville. Didn't hear if you were in or out. That's all right. We'll like we said, we'll adjust it when we get to you. And then Chet 97 Aaron in Cleveland is
Again,
in.
if you don't come back when we call you, that's okay.
So, and then we have Atlanta 79 Scott in Covington is in and out. So one thing, just make sure you are saying in and out. That way we'll still call on you, but if you're not there, we'll just correct the log and go on. So, now control standing by for check-ins. Not early, but check-ins. Do you have your phone?
I do. Is that the you?
Yeah.
What you
What?
need?
Hang on.
Okay. I think that's, I don't think we're going to have any more.
Ask for Zillow.
Zillow. All right. All right, we're going to call for Zello check-ins. Zello check-ins only, please.
Awesome intro. Stream looks great. Good job, Lisa.
Thank you.
Hello from Atlanta 933, or Atlanta 33.
Yeah, you're going to have to handle the chat because I can't see it.
WRKK69, Chattanooga 84, check me in and out. I'll be listening. Thank you guys.
Chat 84.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And he was in and out.
All right. You catch the next one. I'm going to Zella. Oh, YouTube.
Okay. Do you need a charger?
Pardon?
Do you need a charger for your phone?
No.
Okay. Well, I think this might be it.
All right. Well, ask for one more round of check-ins.
Okay. All right, I think that's all we're going to get for Zello. Net Control standing by for check-ins.
Net Control.
I know who that is.
Atlanta 255, WSAM 586. Check me in and out, but I'll be monitoring. We're going to the grocery store.
Last transmission, you had a rough copy there. Can you come back, please? Did you catch that?
WSCV 716. I believe.
WSCB 716.
I believe so.
All right, that was WSCV 716. Was that correct?
Make sure you tell them it's a rough copy.
Yeah, I did. DB. Okay. DB. All right. I believe he was in and out, so I'll put guest. Did it again. I keep forgetting that caps lock. Okay. I think that's all we're going to get.
Yep.
All right, that was WSDB 716 as a guest. Thank you for joining us. Net Control standing by.
This is Gainesville 100, WRYZ 968, Randall and Buford. You can check me in, check me out. I'll be listening.
All right.
You got your stuff settled over there?
Oh yeah, I'm not very good at typing.
Well, you have a word for that, but I can't say that.
That's not friendly.
No.
Don't be mean. All right, kick it off.
All right, are we ready?
Go ahead and acknowledge.
I know too, yeah. All right, we have Gainesville 100, Randall in Buford is in and out with us tonight. And I think that's about all we're going to get, but we will have a last call towards the end of the program. So.
Did we acknowledge, just in case, Atlanta 79 Scott in Covington is in and out.
I don't think
Chet
we did.
84 Jim in Hickson is in and out. Atlanta 255, Jennifer in Dawsonville, going to the store. Watch the weather, it's looking spooky outside.
Be careful.
And then our guest, WSDB716, is in and out with us. And then we have Gainesville 100, Randall in Buford is in and out. Now you can start.
Thank you. Let me break for 1 second.
Okay, real quick.
Oh,
Go ahead, Todd.
My gosh, I am so embarrassed, Lisa. Thank you for making that brief pause. That's 1402 WRKN 464. I'm back at home base. Check me in and out, guys. I'm listening now.
already got it. Alrighty, well, better late than never, Todd. Atlanta 1402 is in and out.
And I was going to correct that. That's WSGB716. So, yep, my bad. My bad.
Oh,
So,
okay, well, I just totally messed that one up, didn't
golf rubber, yep. So,
I? Well, thanks for correcting that.
go ahead.
Alrighty, so on to the program. So, we're talking about herbal and home remedies tonight. So, just to name a few herbs that I'm familiar with the and some of their benefits, but just bear with me. This net's probably going to be a little long-winded, but one of them that everybody's familiar with is aloe vera. It's good for burns and bruising, etc. Bee balm treats bee stings and bug bites. And there's cayenne, good for a stuffy nose, improves circulation and vascular health. It also reduces high blood pressure. Cranberry, used to treat urinary tract infections. Chamomile, that's a popular one. It decreases inflammation, has calming effects, helps with gastrointestinal ulcers. It also helps with baby rash. If you look it up online, you can figure out how to make a chamomile salve. Instead of using those chemical-laden creams like Desitin, it'd be much better to use that. Dandelions helps control blood sugar and type 2 diabetes. Elderberry reduces fever and stress, helps with headaches. Flaxseed, I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with flaxseed. It lowers cholesterol levels, lowers the risk of heart attack and strokes. And my personal favorite, garlic, fights bacteria, improves heart health, and helps prevent a range of cancers. There's also ginger, calms a queasy stomach. There's ginkgo, it helps reduce symptoms associated with Alzheimer's and cognitive decline. Maybe 46 could have taken some of that. Let's see, there's lavender, lemongrass, marshmallow, mint, mullein, oregano. There's just so many. So for the people watching on YouTube, I want to pull up, because I can do this now, I want to pull up a website to show you that this is a very good website to gain information from as far as all of these herbal remedies and things, because it shows you, oops, Dave, you're blocking. You know what, I'm going to move you down. There we go.
What is that website real quick? So that
Yeah, I'm gonna say it here. It's for the people that are not watching YouTube. It is.
Got a break.
Oh, let me break. Thank you for the warning. Okay, so for the people who are not watching YouTube, you can go to this this website, and it has over 100 medicinal plants. It specifies their uses, and some of them it'll tell you where you can buy the seeds, and it tells you how to use them in different ways. And it is practicalselfreliance.com. All of it is lowercase. There are no spaces. practicalselfreliance.com/medicinal-plants. And I am also after I show this here. So as you can see on YouTube, if you scroll down after the introduction and all, right here it shows the basic herbal preparations. In other words, how to use these things: fresh dried herbs, teas, infusion, poultice, tincture, infused oil, salve, soap, infused vinegar, just so many different things, infused honey, just all different types of things that you can use these things for. So one of the things that many of you have heard me talk about is the garlic infused honey. It has many benefits, but what I use it for is the risk of colds and flus and allergies, things like that. And literally I can count on both hands how many times I've sneezed in the past year. And Seth, you can attest to this as well because you've been taking it, haven't you?
Yeah, I have been making it fairly regularly and taking it every morning. It's helped me get out of a spit that I had a while ago. Whenever I was just
It was just like
clogged.
like a constant urge to sneeze, and you did quite a bit. Once you started taking that, it started to go away, and you haven't had it since.
No, haven't.
Wonderful. Let me break.
And I just copied and pasted that website onto the group chat and
Oh, good. Thank you.
You too.
Because yeah, good. All right. So let's see. Another thing that I use as a tea, and it's made with mullein, and mullein is spelled Mullein. I use that with a little bit of mint and stevia, and this is for the lungs, and stevia just adds a nice sweet flavor to it. So yeah, but this, like I said, this website is an incredible website, and for those that are watching the YouTube, you know, it has a list of all of these that you can. I mean, the list is so long; it's 100 plus.
And I also posted the in the YouTube chat the website there,
Okay.
so it's in the comments.
Okay. And then you get down to a little further, and then it goes to each individual herb or plant, and it says how to grow, how to harvest it, gives you some recipes on how to use it. Like for instance, I'm on the aloe. Homemade face cream with aloe. You can make your own gel hand sanitizer with it. This website, I love it. I absolutely love it. It's very informative, and I think you'll find it informative as well. So there's just so many things that you can do with all of these herbs. And let's see, a quote from the article. Do I need to break?
Yep.
Let me break. Okay, so here's a quote, and I am going to put their website up here so that you can see it. I'm still learning this program. Bear with me, people. I'm sorry. PracticalSelfReliance.com. All right, so here's a quote from that article. It says, often in herbal preparations, herbs are mixed to complement and amplify the medicinal actions. If you're interested in developing your own herbal formulations, take this online course in Mastering Herbal Formulations from Herbal Academy. Well, I looked that up, and they're wanting $114.50 per month for that course. You can find this information anywhere for free. You do not have to do that, and I for one will pass. So but let's see, before you do, one last thing here, before you do try and develop an herbal remedy for yourself, check with your doctor first. None of this is medical advice, and I urge you to do your own research. I am not a doctor, and I do not play one on TV. So, let me break.
You threw your scrubs away.
Yes, I did. So let's talk about one of the most useful herbs, in my opinion, is that it pretty much grows in everyone's backyard. They're called dandelions. Those little yellow weeds, well, they're not weeds. They are very medicinal. But keep in mind that if you use any type of chemical such as Roundup in your yard, it's likely that you won't be able to harvest the dandelions because Roundup is a forever chemical. And what I would suggest is that you go online and learn how to make your own natural weed killer and not use Roundup. You can use apple cider vinegar. A lot of homesteaders use that. Because your ground will probably more than likely be contaminated from those chemicals because they're forever chemicals. But if you can grow dandelions in containers if your yard is contaminated. You can go, there's a website that you can go to, it's called seedsnow.com. They do have dandelions. I looked up a couple of the other herbs. They don't have things such as feverfew or just the more unknown things. They're more fruits and vegetables, but they do have dandelions. But they are currently out because I did look it up. But there's a link that you can click on, and they will send you an email when they have them back in stock. Or you can go to Amazon. Now, Amazon, you can get pretty much all of those seeds, as long as you get them non-GMO and heirloom. Hopefully, they're produced here in the United States. But the cool part about dandelions is you can use the entire plant for different purposes. The petals, the bulb, the stem, and the root. You can use all of it. So, Dave, did you have anything you wanted to say?
Well, one of the easiest things to make is dandelion tea.
Yeah.
You can also make...
Well, they make dandelion jam.
Mm-hmm. And believe it or not, pine needle tea is an excellent source for vitamin C.
Pine needle tea.
So there are quite a few things that are not on the normal radar that you can do. There are a couple of books that tells us too. And I'm trying to think right now, what is that, one of the books I've had for the longest time.
What book is that?
I believe it is the SAS Survival Manual.
Yeah, that's it. I know the one you're talking about.
It is one of the books that I've had for a very long time. It's been around in circulation forever. It's called the SAS Survival Handbook. And it actually tells you what you can and cannot eat. It's you can buy a small pocket version, which is really cool if you want to put it in your get-home bag or whatever. And then they have some desktop models so you can actually sit there at the house and look at it together with the family. It covers everything.
Do we need a break?
Yes. It covers everything from hunting, fishing, how to make your own rods and reels, and all of that. I know this is Herbal Remedies and that's survival, but it does.
Well, it has herbal things in that book.
It does. It has plant identifications in there. It tells you what to use in the woods for headaches, cramps, burns, all kind of stuff. So, and I'm looking at it right now on Amazon. It's like $17. Here's another one for $10.
Those books, you can even get them used on Amazon.
For
cheaper.
Yeah. So, SAS Survival Handbook. There's a 3rd edition out right now, so that's one I have, and I would recommend that. It's a cool little book to have with you. So,
okay.
Other than that, the garlic honey has been the huge staple here, and I had no idea how well it worked for us until all of a sudden you notice, oh wow, I haven't gotten sick. So.
Well, I gave some to Casey because Brooke wasn't feeling very well, and it seemed to help her too. So I actually went over there and I taught her how to make it. So she's in the midst of brewing some for herself. So that's pretty cool.
So how do you do that? What is that jar? What is that called?
The mason jar?
The topper that goes on top of the mason
Oh, it's
jar.
a fermentation lid. You can find them on Amazon, which is exactly where I got mine. And they are for wide mouth jars only.
So let me guess, you put the honey in the jar,
Well,
or you put the garlic in the jar.
what I do, let me break for a second. What I do is I take the garlic, it's got to be fresh, and you do have to be careful. Unfortunately now, we got to be careful where you get anything these days. But you got to make sure that the garlic is grown here in the United States, because I think about 60 or 70%, if I'm not mistaken, somebody can correct me on this, is grown in China, and they use human waste as fertilizer over there. And yeah, so you want to make sure that you're getting anything that basically anything these days. Try to find it local and organic.
Local honey is the key.
And local honey is absolutely the key. Do not get that stuff that's, you know, in the cute little teddy bear, because that is mostly corn syrup and not honey. But anyway, what I do is I get the garlic and I chop it up. You don't have to cut off where the roots grow or anything. You can use all of it. Just chop it up real fine and put it in a jar. Fill the jar up about halfway and the rest of the way with honey. And just stir it up, and you put the little fermentation lid on, and it comes with instructions to do that. And you let it sit and ferment for about a month, and some people let it sit for 2 months, some people let it sit for longer than that, but typically it's ready. It's basically ready at 1 month. And but like every couple of days during the fermentation process, you want to carefully take the lid off and take a plastic spoon and just kind of give it a stir, you know, because some of the honey just, you know, sits on the bottom of the jar, and it doesn't, you know, rise up to the garlic. So you had it kind of stirred around every couple of days, maybe once a week or something like that, and in about a month you will have a very powerful medicine. So, and that's how I make it.
So,
and I should do a video on that. I really should, and I'm going to. I don't know when, but
I think we're due for quite a few videos.
I know, I know. It's been kind of busy around here. So let me break. All right, Dave. Did you have anything else? Seth?
No, that is it. And
I think Seth has something he wants to add to it.
on the live stream, can you pull up a website for me? Or
yeah, I can try.
well,
Which,
just pull up Amazon, and or you can do.
Oh, I have Amazon actually pulled up. What would you like to see?
The SAS Survival Handbook. I want to put that up on the live stream. That way they can see. It is by John Lofty Wiseman.
Got it. I got it.
Perfect.
Hold on just a second. This is too much fun. Josh, thanks again for showing me this. This is fun.
So again, it's the SAS Sierra Alpha Sierra SAS Survival Handbook. It's an ultimate guide to surviving anywhere by John Lofty Wiseman.
Okay. I'm gonna do this.
So,
there it is. All right. So as it's for the people watching YouTube. SAS Survival Handbook. It's $17. If you get it on Kindle, it's $1 less. I don't know why, but
whichever one.
You know, but there's a couple of them. I mean, there's a couple of these. You know, there's one right there for bushcraft. I mean,
you know, so this one I've had for a very long time. And tell you how long I've had it, I think I paid maybe $5 for it.
Yeah, well,
25 years.
Things have gone up just a little bit in recent years. So
All right, we need to reset and then let's see what's going on.
Okay. Get rid of that. Okay. Good to go.
All right, you kick it off. I gotta go to YouTube here.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we're all right. Well, we're actually up to the questions and comments. So let's see what everybody has. Questions and comments. What have y'all got for us? Who's first on the list, Dave?
We have Chat 260 Colt in Dalton. You got any questions or comments about herbal remedies?
Negative. I'm also a licensed medic, so I'm just here to listen at this point, sir.
Okay.
Perfect, perfect. Glad to have you with us, buddy. Next on our list is Atlanta 924. Bill in Jasper. You got any questions or comments? But I actually did not catch if you were in or in and out. So this is one of those situations. All right, here we go. All right. Like we said, you just never know. So next on our list is another one. There was a little stuff going on there. Atlanta 780, Houston and Austell. You got any questions or comments on herbal remedies, or you just hanging out? I can hear you.
I know.
Hi, David. Actually, I was in and out, so I don't have any questions for you, but I've been listening.
All right, I was actually reaching for the PTT when you came back, so I was like, oh, I want to wait just a little bit. So appreciate you hanging out with us, Houston. Sounding good out there on the Buckhead machine. Next on our list is Atlanta 250, Dana and Dahlonega. You got any questions or comments about herbal remedies?
Well, first of all, David, Lisa said thank you for what you do. You know, I just love this net. Actually, I do. I wanted some stuff that I do up here, and of course, I live in the hills, so a smoke up here, depend greatly on different home remedies. Let me break. Well, the first thing that I would like to say is the uses for extra virgin olive oil. Great for earaches. Believe it or not, we hear many different earaches for different reasons. The second thing is in the honey, I mix turmeric. Now, turmeric is not available grown here in the United States because it's an Asian type additive, but it is very widely known for medicinal purposes as far as controlling swelling and inflammation. Let me break. And with the honey, there's absolutely no additional taste other than the honey. Third thing is, I don't do this, but I have a neighbor that does. She buys aloe vera by the gallon and drinks it because it is loaded with polyphenols, which aid in many, many different health reasons. So pretty much that's what I do up here. Back to you.
Well, Dana, that's really good information. I think that turmeric it's mainly used in India, I believe. But I wanted to ask you, I have an idea, but I'm not quite sure. So how do you tell if your extra virgin olive oil is the genuine thing and not something that Walmart would make?
Oh, well, like many different things, you get what you pay for.
Yes.
And a lot of the top or high-end olive oils will cost a fair amount of money, but you never use a whole lot of it.
Well, yes, you're right. You do get what you pay for on certain things. And I was asking because I heard, and I don't know if this is correct or not, but it sounded good. I mean, so what I heard was if you take a bottle which you believe is pure extra virgin olive oil and a bottle that, you know, the Great Value brand from Walmart, put them both in the refrigerator overnight, and the genuine stuff, the genuine oil will solidify. Does that sound right to you, Dana?
I have heard that because there are a lot of good fats, the higher end olive oils. You know, it's not all, I forget, olive oil does come from olive, but a lot of times it comes from dates as well. So you gotta really watch what you're buying.
Yeah, that is so true. It is so true. You can't really trust anything these days. You know, you have to really do some research on where it comes from and where it's made and all this kind of stuff. And it can be challenging, but I think that that is one good way. Not only the price of it, you're right, because olive oil, true olive oil, is quite pricey, but you know, it is very good for you. But did you have anything else you would like to add, Dana?
No, ma'am, just that you really should try. Of course, we all know honey has a wide or a various amount of medicinal purposes. It's a natural antibiotic, but the thing that goes hand in hand is the turmeric with the swelling. If you have, let's say, a broken bone, there's going to be swelling. You're going to need to make sure that you're taking an antibiotic, believe it or not, for broken bones, because if any of that bone marrow seeps into your bloodstream, well, pretty much you've had it. But you don't even notice the taste difference, and it does work on the swelling. I'm a true believer.
Yeah, I just got a message here from Randall. He gets some off of Amazon called Atlas Organic Extra Virgin Olive Oil. 17 ounce, one 17-ounce bottle is $20.41. I mean, that's not terrible. You know, a 25.5 fluid ounce is $23. But yeah, that's not too bad. Thank you for sending that to me, Randall. And he also says that he takes 1 tablespoon every day. It has a peppery aftertaste, which if you like pepper, I love pepper. I wouldn't mind that at all. But thank you, Dana. Thank you so much. And we're going to move on to, let's see, Atlanta 545, Jerry. What did you have? Do you have any comments or questions?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were in or out, so
Okay.
take another shot in the dark. Did you turn that lamp on?
Atlanta 545. No comment, no question. Just, well, we have one comment. I'm looking at YouTube and I'm not seeing anything. Can you tell me what's happening?
What did he say?
You'll have to repeat that question. You broke up just a little bit.
I say I was looking at YouTube over here to see the live stream and I'm not seeing it. I'm wondering if you are streaming live or not. You know, that, no comment.
So we are not on the North Georgia GMRS YouTube page.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
we're on our own, and it is the Rabbit Hole. So you look that up, and you'll see.
Just look for the Rabbit Hole logo. I don't know if you've seen it before, but it's rather odd looking, but you really can't miss it. It looks like a little cartoon drawing almost, but it's.
Yeah, if you're looking on North Georgia GMRS's YouTube page, we are not there. So that may help you out there, Jerry.
Who's next, Dave?
All right, Josh.
All right.
There we go. All right, next on our list is Dallas 6'4", Josh in Dallas.
The tipster on getting me to
The tech guy.
learn this stuff almost like a professional.
All right.
Josh, what you got for us tonight?
You are a professional. Don't fool anybody. I don't have any questions or anything. The only comment is I grew up hearing about honey and lemon, but that was about the extent of what we heard of. There's other things that I can't remember that my grandmother did, but I'm just taking notes on all this stuff to add it to all that stuff that the rabbit hole puts out. I appreciate what y'all do. Back to you, that control.
There we go. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate that. And it was good hanging out with you and doing some tutorials on what button not to push. So that is as important as what to push, what not to push.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I'm very grateful.
So, all right. Next on our list is another one. Gainesville 5'8", Jonathan in Oakwood. I'll give you a moment to see if you were there to make a comment.
Oh. I need a pillow. I think he was in and out.
I think so too. Here we go. All right. Nothing heard. That's what I thought. I just wanted to.
Well, we have to double check.
Next, this was the double, so I got both of you in there, but Gainesville 7'6", John in Gainesville, I left you in. Did you have any questions or comments about Herbal Remedies, or was you in and out?
I think you skipped over one. Noonan 31.
I did.
You did.
I scrolled too far.
You are in trouble.
That's all right. Here we go. All right. Go ahead and just mark him in and out. And we've got Noonan 31, John in Fayetteville. You got any questions or comments about Herbal Remedies? All right, here we go. All right, let's try chat 97. Aaron in Cleveland. You got any questions or comments about Herbal Remedies? All right, here we
I
go.
reckon not.
All right, swing and a miss. That's all right.
You're not very good at baseball.
Nope. So this brings us to Noonan 120, Carmine in Fayetteville. I had you marked in the log with Janet. So do you have any questions or comments, or was you just hanging out tonight? All right, here we go. All right, we'll just mark them out and go from there. And then we had Noonan 121. I'm sorry, Atlanta 1150. Tony and Canton was a YouTube check-in. I appreciate you hanging out with us. And that brings us to the end of the list, actually. So we're going to open the floor up and see if there is any questions, comments, or late check-ins. Net control standing by.
Ready for
The flurry.
1402 will talk to you.
There we go.
Where is he?
He's right there at the end. I got him.
Is he? Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Here we go. 1402. Hey Todd, how you doing, buddy? You know, a lot of this herbal stuff actually goes along with some of our cooking because, you know, I use a lot of that oil to put on my Blackstone.
Mm-hmm.
What you got, Todd?
Well, David and Lisa, good job as usual. I know there was some awkward silence in there with some folks, and
Yeah, it's okay.
I didn't even know what the topic was, but I got back to Silver City and I checked in and out, and thank you for letting me interrupt and get in there late. Didn't know what the topic was, but I have been listening. Let me break.
Randall said they purchased California garlic from Sam's.
That's olive oil. Just want to say I do buy olive oil at that nasty place called Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not cheap. It's about $30 for the stuff that Kristen makes me get, but it's proven to be fantastic, and it is legit. And Lisa, you are correct. It's not foolproof, but the test, other than sending it to a lab, is to put it in the refrigerator overnight. That what's the non-saturated fats or something. It will condense a little bit. It's legitimate. Where if they mix it with some cheaper oils, it will not. So that is a good test. If it starts hardening up a little bit or thickening up, you're probably good to go. And we have done that test. And anyway, we like to pick the product. Let me break. As far as herbal remedies, capsaicin is the active ingredient in hot peppers.
Mm-hmm.
And it's long been used as a treatment for arthritis. And it does work.
Mm-hmm.
It has some anti-inflammatory properties to it. And, well, it does work. And you can actually buy it just in capsule form, but Chris and I eat enough hot peppers around here that we're probably covered. And last thing is not related to remedies or herbal remedies. It's more in line with some of your past topics, canning. I learned just recently, and Lisa's probably covered this before in one of her episodes, but I just recently, after you have properly filled your jars with the lid and the rim, to take the rims off. Take the rims off.
The rims.
Right? And I'm saying, well, what's the good of the rim? Well, the rim holds it down with the ceiling, and there was a good reason to take the rim off afterwards, because if for some reason the seal broke on the lid, the rim would still be holding it down, and you wouldn't even know that your food is becoming contaminated. Lisa, you probably knew that. I'm sure you did. You probably even mentioned it before, but that's pretty much all I had, guys.
Well, Todd, you're exactly right, and we did mention that when we were doing the canning net, and that's exactly what it's for.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we were clearing out the pantry, just kind of rearranging everything today, and we noticed there was a quart-sized jar that we had down in the bottom, and noticed that it actually had cracked. I guess because something was put on top of it, and
no,
I don't know.
I think a can had fell from above and nicked it. It's because it had
maybe
it had a hole in the glass. So, but that's where it pays to double check your stuff. But it was taco meat. So,
oh, bless your heart.
I know. I love taco meat because I can do anything with it.
Yeah, and you were mentioning the capsaicin, Todd. You can get now. I'm looking on Amazon now, and I'm not finding the one that I bought, but you can get the cayenne. I use the cayenne in capsule form, and for let's see, this one is $17.95. It's called Stay Alive. I wanted to say the song. Stay Alive brand cayenne pepper extract, and it has 120 veggie capsules for about $18, which is typical, you know. And that's good for people that have heart issues, you know, stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, you're right. The capsaicin, that is extremely good for you, especially the cayenne. Dave, did you have anything else to add, or did you want to ask Todd something else?
No, I didn't, but I was just going to ask if Todd had anything else, because,
okay.
You know, like we said, a lot of our grilling and stuff includes a lot of this, and, you know, I'm really big into the cayenne peppers. It's a great source of a little heat, but you got to be careful with that. So, Todd, do you have anything else?
Well, I'll just add on a little bit about the peppers. You know, Chris and I we're not big farmers. We don't have big truck bats over here. We have a few tomato plants, a couple of cucumbers, a couple of okras. But we always grow some Tabasco peppers, some cayenne peppers, and of course not the habaneros, but the jalapenos, and you know, those things become very prolific over the growing season, and we can't eat nearly all of them. So what we've been doing is, well, at the end of the season, because in this climate here, they won't grow year-round like they can, say, in some warmer climates. But in any event, we just take, particularly with like the Tabascos, we'll just tear off the branches, and we will store them in a dry place in the house over the winter. And we have a whole stack of those things. God knows how many hundreds, maybe thousands of peppers.
That's cool.
In the kitchen right now. But Chris is about to cultivate into some spices. So I'm looking forward to that. And that's going to be happening over the next couple of days. But that's all I had. It's good stuff, too, by the way.
Well, I'd be interested in a spice recipe. Maybe post one of your recipes on the Facebook page. That'd be cool.
Well, Lisa, I'm not sure we have a recipe for it, and it's really, it's more of a blend. It's not even like just cayenne or just Tabasco. It's just, well, we have one spice container that we just call it hot.
Just hot.
It's really not super hot, but if you're just, it calls for, you know, just a little season. I don't, for stuff like spices like that, I don't measure it in teaspoons or tablespoons or grams or anything like that. I just kind of do it by feel, with my taste, and so there's really not a recipe for it.
Yeah, I kind of do the same thing with my spice mixes. I don't really measure. I just put a little in, give it a taste. No, that's not working. Put a little more in, or put something else in. I get it. That's funny. You just label it hot. Well, Dave, that's pretty much the end of our roster here.
That's it. Well, we're going to ask if there's any late check-ins.
Thank you, Todd.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Any late check-ins, questions, or comments? I know that there are some storms rolling through.
Yeah, we might want to make it quick.
Yeah, so let's see if anyone's out there.
589 comment. 589 comment.
He's already in there somewhere. I see.
589. Hey, Don, go ahead with your comment, sir.
Yeah, I had a couple things to say. First is, I've got a little candy freezing over here because I didn't trust my candy. I said, I might want to freeze it, you know, kind of check it balance. Well, I found out, I didn't find out the hard way, I just found out 2 different kinds of glass costs a little bit more, but it's made to be frozen. And the second, diet and exercise always works.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. Diet and exercise. And music is a good.
Now that is a good remedy.
Cures my ills a whole bunch. I wouldn't be around if it wasn't for music.
Oh.
So,
It is.
that's what
Music
I
is
got to say.
important.
Atlanta 589 WRTI 560, clear and on.
Go ahead.
Well, Don, I couldn't agree more. Diet and exercise, yes, but music, it really does soothe the soul. It's a morale booster, and that's always a good thing. So thank you for coming back with a comment.
So, and just in case, you may want to check your weather around your areas. There are some severe thunderstorms that are rolling through. I say
I can
severe.
hear the thunder in the background.
Yeah, we've got about 20 minutes before
Yeah.
we get a good little thunder boomer over us,
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, it's Johns Creek, Sandy Springs, stuff like that. So just check your local weather. There appears to be some lightning in this, so do your thing and check it out. I want everybody to be safe. I just was getting all the notifications and I was like,
Yeah.
well, I'm just going to say it out loud.
Yeah. All
So-
right. Well, I guess we're pretty much done tonight, huh?
Well, we're going to do a last call.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last call.
We do a last call for questions, comments, or late check-ins.
Net control standing by.
This is WRXT 576 Atlanta 610. Go ahead and check me in and check me out there today. We'll just have me on the radio while y'all are doing this.
Alrighty, got you in the log, David. Appreciate that. One more pause for check-ins.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wrap it up. That thunder's getting
I know.
close.
And this is
Atlanta 1-1.
This is Atlanta 11, WRBG 415. John can check me in out. I was listening for a while, thanks.
All right. Thank you, John. Got you marked. Atlanta 1-1 got you marked in and out. So I think we're going to go ahead and conclude this one. I hear it rumbling in the distance, and
Yeah.
before the power blinks, and we are taking off the air.
Mm-hmm.
Not by choice.
Yeah.
So-
Alrighty. Well, this concludes the Rabbit Hole Net. We want to say thank you to all who participated and to those who checked in and checked out,
Oh,
but stuck around to
hang
listen.
on one second.
Yes.
Dan and Julia, Atlanta 164 and 165, checking in and out on YouTube. I just looked over and noticed there was a new comment.
164
We have
and
165.
165.
Thank you, Dan and Julia. We got you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yep, in the log here. So
Quit, Dave. I've got it. Stop it.
she would check a box and no one check it. I didn't know we were clicking the button at the same time. So, so thank you very much. And again, hit that thumbs up button.
Hit the like button, subscribe.
Yeah.
Please do so.
It helps the algorithm. So we do really appreciate that.
All right. So we had a total of how many?
I'm gonna say about 45.
45 check-ins, including myself, Dave, and Seth. So we will now be returning the repeaters to normal operation. Please allow those who checked in to sign off before beginning any conversations. Thank you again, and as always, invest in precious metals, brass and lead. Good night, everybody. This is Dallas 21, WRKT 728, and
This is Dallas 20, WRKT 728, and
Dallas 22, WRKT 728, and we are clear.
All right, and she said brass and lead. One thing I wanted to add, there is so many sales going on right now, so take advantage of it if you're needing to stock up on anything like that. So check your sales. We are clear. Have a good night, everyone. Be safe.